What is going on, guys? I'm Rian is the best here, and today I'm gonna go ahead and bring you a 5th gen narrated Wi-Fi battle. And don't hate me if any of these Pokemon are out of this tier, because this is quite an old battle. I actually wanted to bring the Wi-Fi battle to you guys, but I have a really bad storm going on, and I didn't really Sorry, she sells seashells down by the seashore. I did not want to bring a battle and go on Wi-Fi and risk the storm knocking out my Wi-Fi in the middle of the battle and all that jazz. And I'm like, I might have to just do some PO. And I didn't want to bring any more PO. I wanted to bring a live one. So here, I actually found this in my in an old file. I did not even know it was there, and I found it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't uploaded this. Bam, we're going to upload this. So here you see he had the Metang, and immediately I thought he was going to lead with the Metang because it looked like a Violite. I thought it was actually going to be a Stealth Rock variant, but you know, it isn't a Violite, so I was right there in that aspect, but it turns out it's actually going to try and hone Claws, so it's thinking, hey, I'm going to set up on you all early, but that's not going to be the case. And now, knowing that he has to switch out, I'm thinking, you know, I'm just going to go for the Shadow Claw, because the Shadow Claw is the best I got, and predicting him to have the Sucker Punch, but thinking he's faster than me and I'm not going to have the Sucker Punch, I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch, and, you know, the prediction pays off there, and he's going to lose his Dugtrio right away. But now he's going to go into Combuskin, and, yeah. Combuskin can be a bit scary, and here I go for the Shadow Claw, and he goes for the Protect. Excuse me, I am tired. And I didn't want to overpredict here because I know he's seen that I had the Sucker Punch already. And I didn't want him to go for the Sword Stance because I already know he has the Sword Stance because of the fact he's a Combuskin, and that is more than enough reason for me to believe that he has the Sword Stance. And now I'm going to go into my Armaldo because I want to get the Rocks up. I really feel like Rocks can help me out just in case he has anything sashed or anything in that aspect of Pokemoning, you know. But, you know, seeing, after he's seen how little his Brick Break is going to do to my Armaldo, I'm going to go ahead and make the prediction that he's going to go for the Sword Stance this turn. And I'm going to go into Atom Bomb because, you know, I'm going to be Atom Bomb and dropping bombs like Hiroshima. And yeah, so his little chicken is on the run. He's got his speed boost in, and he's playing with some swords. So I don't think anyone ever told him to not play with or not run with swords. Maybe they just told him not to run with scissors. But here he's going to Protect. I didn't care. I'm going for the Clear Smog. I'm not letting him keep this +2 because a +2's Flare Blitz at like +4 speed is scary shit. And we're not playing that game. So seeing that, you know, having him see that I've already had the Clear Smog, I'm thinking Metang might want to come in. And, you know, I wanted to go for the Flamethrower. But I also, you know, if he had stayed in with Combuskin and just gone for the Flare Blitz, I would have taken quite a hefty bit of damage, and that really wasn't something I wanted to risk, because if he had survived, he probably could have two-shotted me at +2. And now he's going to go into, he misses his Meteor Mash, and then he brings in Quagsire, and seeing Quagsire, I'm like, oh my god, please burn, I hate this stupid little thing, I'm not dealing with it, just burn it already, and boom, it's burned. And yes, so thank you, God of Pokemon, whatever you want to say. Even the God of Pokemon obviously does not like Quagsire because it's a gay little troll thing that just annoys the hell out of people. It is like the Whimsicott of NU. Everyone hates it. You know, Whimsicott used to be all over the OU playing field with that prankster stuff, and then people realize it's not that great. But predicting him to want to go for the Recover, I actually want to bring in my Green Giant so I can get my burn, you know, my Flame Orb activated, so I'm burned, and I get my what is it, +1, I think it is, and I'm just going to go for that Stab Facade. And I also thought he wanted to bring his Metang in, but I wasn't going to go for the Close Combat when the Facade actually, I knew the Facade would kill him because he was under half, and I figured after seeing both Eviolite and the fact that he had Hone Claws, he was probably more offensively based. But now he's going to go into Combuskin, and I thought he would actually want to Protect just so he could have his speed boost up and ready. And you know, he actually does. So I actually get another lucky prediction here. And I'm going to bring in my Atom Bomb on his Protect just to get the clear switch in. And now I'm actually going to double switch out. And I'm going to bring in Fossilized. And this might be considered a questionable play, but I know he wanted to flare blitz me, and the thing is, I didn't exactly want to take as much damage on wheezing as 2 flare blitz would have taken. So I'm gonna sack my Armaldo, because if you noticed, I have both Armaldo, who's a defensive wall, and I have wheezing, who is a defensive wall. So I don't need 2 defensive walls, but if one of my defensive walls has a stealth rock, I want to get those stealth rocks up, which you had seen earlier. So now it's not that he's of no use to me, it's he's of a greater use to me, being a death fodder and, you know, some recoil fodder too. So I can bring in wheezing, I think I only take like a third damage or so from this flare blitz. And, you know, yeah, see, I didn't want to take 2 of those, I really didn't. And I just go for the flamethrower here, because clear smog, I didn't need clear smog at all. And I think with fighting he resisted it, and honestly I just didn't want some wacky 1 HP survival shenanigans. Shenanigans. And here, seeing his Chimecho, I'm thinking, okay, this is a cleric. I already know it's going to want to be a cleric, and I want to get the toxic off. Now, I want to get the toxic off because I have a plan here. I know he's not going to want to get rid of the burn right away because, you know, he's going to think, oh, well, I can just kill this wheezing off right now, get rid of a big problem to my team because of how bad this thing was walling him, and it probably walls Quagsire quite well as well. And now, if you followed me since 4th gen, if you haven't and you're new, you get to see it now, but if you followed me since 4th gen, you know, you might know, this is my, my own Gardevoir set. It's my favorite Gardevoir set, and it's really just a beast. Oh my god, there's thunder going on outside, like a Raikou's dropping thunders and stuff. Got some rain dance going on, and here the reason I was saying the Toxic was a great idea is because thinking it was a Cleric, I'm like, alright, it's gonna have Heal Bell. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trick it to Choice Specs as it goes for Heal Bell, and I'm able to do that perfectly. And now that he's Choice Specs, he's gonna want to switch out, and I'm thinking, okay, perfect time for his Quagsire to come in, which means it's a perfect time for my Cubic Ice to come in. And because I bring out my Cubic Ice, I know that, you know, this Quagsire, it's not expecting this. I'm going to go for the Specs Modest Nature Stab Blizzard and just decimate this thing completely and truly decimate this thing. It does not stand the chance. It just got completely wrecked. And I think I actually just switch out here because I'm thinking, you know, Specs, Psychic, I don't really want to take that with Glaceon. Glaceon could probably actually take it just well enough because it's a Cleric. I don't want to risk it, though. I love my Glaceon to death. And I'm actually thinking, now that he's going to lock himself into Psychic. I got the leftovers off of him. I'm going to bring in Gardevoir because he only has Chimecho and, Raichu left. But the thing I didn't know about the Raichu at this point in time was that Lightning Rod was released. So, as for why he's not going to bring in his Raichu, I thought it was just static Raichu. And as for him not bringing in the Raichu, questionable play, to be honest. And here I'm going for the, I go for 2 charging moves. I'm at +2, and he actually gets the Spec D drop, and I'm not liking that. It actually does scare me into going right for the Psychic instead of getting up to +3, because thinking, you know, even if the Raichu, I think the only real way it would have become a threat is if it had like Specs Raichu, and really no one runs a Specs Raichu, because with Raichu's frailty, you don't really want to risk getting it locked into a move you can't get out of. And here I'm going to kill him with the next Psychic, and this is pretty much going to wrap up the game, because all he does is have the Raichu, so, you know, it's got the Lightning Rod. And I didn't know this at the time. Like I said, I just wanted to switch out here because I wanted to get rid of the Spec D drop. And I end up sacking my Green Giant because, you know, even if Green Giant died or whatnot, I still have Glaceon, who could easily come in and Blizzard this thing like you saw earlier, just take it out. And I have Gardevoir as well. And yeah, so I'm pretty much set. And I did want to make a quick little side note to all you guys. I noticed some of you, I actually got a quite nice jump, like 5 or 6 subscribers. And I really wanted to say thank you to you guys who subscribed, because I got a jump in likes too on my last video after you guys subscribed. And it really means a lot that after you subscribed, you also took the time out to leave a like on the video. It might be because Joey or PokeAimMD commented on my video, and if that's the case, thanks to him and thanks to all you guys for coming over. He actually commented how he thought I should ladder up on the Smoggin server. So I took some time. I took a good like about 30 minutes or so, about a good 10 battles maybe on the Smoggin server. I don't normally play on that one because there's so few people, and I just battle to battle. And actually, I'm all the way up to page 6, rank 201. But that's all the time I have here. So I'm going to talk to you guys later, and peace.